I hate to do this to y'all, but we've got to cover something else spooky that is happening in United States politics right now. But before we do that, we have to cover something that's not quite as spooky. And that thing is the fan art section. Now, the spooky thing is the GOP trying to change the rules to make it easier for Trump to do shit. That's always going to be spooky. But the non-spooky part is Delicious Compliance saying a traditional and Adobe scan version of Suris. I like both of these. I think they're cute. I think it's adorable. That said, thank you for your fan art submissions. If you want your fan art to be shown in a future video, the best way to do so is to drop it into the fan art section of the Discord. With that said, let's go ahead and get on with the news. From the GOP, the guardians of the pedophiles. True. Senate Majority Leader John Thune is using a legislative procedure that allows a simple majority to override Senate rules and set new precedents. So let's take a look at this. Senate Republicans invoked the nuclear option to fast-track the confirmation of the Trump administration's sub-cabinet nominees. GOP senators voted 53 to 45 today, or on Thursday, in order to set a new chamber rule that allows group confirmation of certain executive branch nominees, a move they say is necessary to combat Democratic obstruction. Past standoffs had already whittled down the minority party's ability to block nominees. Senate Majority Leader John Thune used a legislative procedure that allowed a simple majority to override Senate rules and set a new precedent. The change followed months of Senate Democrats blocking the use of voice votes or unanimous consent to confirm nominees, forcing Republicans to formally vote on each nominee individually. Speaking on the Senate floor Thursday, Thune said that every president before Trump had a majority of their nominees confirmed by voice vote or unanimous consent. He said the Senate would have to cast another 600 votes to work through the backlog of nominees. Oh, I'm sorry? You have to do your cushy fucking job? That's so bad. That's so horrible. That's the worst thing in the world. I don't know what I would possibly do about that. That sounds so bad. That sounds so awful. Do you guys like the fact that we're a personnel department, that the Senate spends 2/3 of its time on nominees, he asked? Well, that's time that they're not spending fucking over the rights of minorities. That's time that the machine is gummed up. That's okay to me. That's entirely okay to me. I'm all right with that. I'm so sorry that the rules that y'all established were not great for you right now. They were so inconvenient to you at this moment. So what happens here? We get a fast track for nominees for the sub-cabinet for Trump right now. And then what? When we get a Democrat in office, we get to do the same shit? We get to fast track all the nominees there? Steigander says, weren't these rules set up for Obama? Oh, the ability to stifle this shit? I don't remember. It could be. Hey, let me know in the comments section below if it is. But this shit is wild to me. We are almost, like we are half a year through Trump's presidency, and they are still going, stuff hasn't been happening fast enough. We still need to make it happen faster. It's wild. It is wild and crazy. And for the Trump subcommittee, the only thing that this is doing is putting more Trump loyalists in their positions where they can do what they've been doing for a while. This is more of what Project 2025 said was going to happen. The ability to fast-track nominees in the government for the GOP is something that they have been trying to have happen right now. There's a lot of frustration from the GOP that they've got a backlog of nearly 150 of Trump's executive branch nominees who are awaiting confirmation votes. The Republicans are accusing Democrats of using stalling tactics, you know, the same ones that they've used for years, trying to force individual floor votes on nominees who would have typically been confirmed very, very quickly by voice vote. But again, these mechanisms for slowing down the government have existed for a while now. Why are they inconvenient now? Just because they're being used against them? The rule that they are trying to push for now, or the rule that they've pushed for, is that certain nominees can be confirmed in groups with a simple majority vote. So instead of doing each nominee one by one, they would just go, oh, Trump's cabinet? We're going to do one vote on if Trump's cabinet is okay. Prior to this, a single senator could delay the nomination, which Republicans are arguing created an unnecessary gridlock. This rule change would apply to subcabinets, ambassadors, any executive branch nominees at all. It does not do anything for the process for judicial nominees, though. So people like Mike Pence, where he's still in politics and doing his thing, would be able to stall if a lame duck president were trying to, say, get a liberal justice nominated. Not that that has ever happened before. Not that that happened originally. Now, it's not that this hasn't been used before. In 2013, Democrats, who were led by Harry Reid at the time, used the same style of nuclear option to eliminate the 60-vote filibuster for most presidential nominees, excluding those for the Supreme Court. It's not just the Republicans who are trying to throw more power into the executive branch. But, you know, they are currently one of the ones doing it. In 2017, Mitch McConnell's Republicans extended the simple majority rule to include Supreme Court nominees in order to confirm Neil Gorsuch. In 2019, Republicans again used this tactic to reduce the amount of debate time needed for some nominees to get in. Robbie says, fuck, not even a liberal justice, Merrick fucking Garland. Now, Senator Chuck Schumer has responded to this, saying that what goes around comes around. Apparently, he's seeing the blood in the water of, hey, if you give us access to this tool, we can just use this tool, but we need to, you know, graduate from the Obama era, when they go low, we go high bullshit. When they go low, we need to accept that they've escalated what we are allowed to do. That is the better thing to do. There are other Democrats who are arguing that this erodes the power of the minority party, which, yeah, of course it does. If you don't have the votes, you don't have the votes, and that's going to fucking hurt. This makes it harder for the party who doesn't have the votes. This throws more power in whatever party's hands happens to have control over the Senate. Fennec says, when they go low, we go to hell. Xander says the new motto should be, when they go low, we dig a hole underneath them so we can punch them square in the dick. Jesus Christ. Let's see if MSNBC has anything different on that. I don't think it does. It's time to move. It's time to quit stalling. Time to vote. Time to fix this place, said Thune. This is a broken process, and that's an embarrassment. Okay. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer said that his party was reacting appropriately to Trump's historically bad nominees, a trend he predicted would worsen with the GOP's rule change. This move by Republicans was not so much about ending obstruction, as they claim. Rather, it was another act of genuflection to the executive branch, to give Donald Trump more power and to rubber stamp whomever he wants whenever he wants them to, no questions asked. Yeah, and that's basically what I got out of it too. Like, this is them handing more power to the president, which will only work for as long as our president is a Republican. Although nominations for the prerogative of the Senate, House Republicans have watched the battle with interest and pushed for faster confirmation for Trump's nominees. Senator Caddy Britt gave a presentation on the rules change proposal Wednesday to a group of House Republicans, according to a source with direct knowledge on the matter. Brian Schatz spearheaded the effort to find an agreement that would avoid the nuclear option, but said there wasn't total agreement to proceed with it. But of course, he was a Democrat. Said Chuck Schumer growing a spine, who'da thunk it won't last? No, it won't. He has a spine until it comes to defending trans people, and then he doesn't have a spine anymore. His spine is for saying that Republicans bad. His spine isn't for saying that the tactics of his own party suck. Thank you for the hydrate, Xanderus. I appreciate it. But that's all I have on this one. I am not an expert on the history of the nuclear option here. I am just wary of what it can do. So if you can give me further context for this, let me know in the comment section below. I recognize where my limitations are, and this is about where my limitations hit. So, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. I really could not do any of this without all of you. Those of you watching, and especially those of you who support me on Patreon. I wanted to go ahead and take a minute to thank all of you who do that, because with YouTube being what it is these days, I really cannot do this full-time without the support from each and every one of you. Those people would be Red Joker, Purple Poundini, Jemshin, Britzkrieg, Jupe the Malignant, Michael, Ravalern, Mabbity Babbity, Astral Frontier, Tales of Atonement, Nixie Chan, Kiri Artemis, Limor Pinku, Love Bunny Games, Victorian Alchemist, I'm not saying the last part of that, and you know that, Aurora, Leela Ururaka, Arcton Arclacier, Curatorian, Dren Hadamata, Jordan M, John L, Lord Bleck, Smiling Game Master, and Fire Shard. thank you so very much. But since you're here, why not go ahead and try watching another one? There should be one that's on the screen right now. And if you are a patron of mine, I wanted to go ahead and thank you again for all of your support. There is still a video you could press though, if you'd like. I would appreciate it just a little bit.